Hi, I'm Vanessa Nelson, EFT practitioner, and that means that I help people with negative emotions like anxiety and fear and regret and anger. So really any negative emotion that people might be dealing with, I help them to process it and release it so they can move on to healthier mindsets. And today I'm making this video to help people who have anxiety or other discomfort with wearing their face masks, so that they can more easily wear the face masks and help to prevent the spread of diseases like COVID-19. There's a lot of people that have discomfort wearing the face mask for various reasons, and I'll touch on a few of those reasons in different videos, but today's video is specifically to help reduce the sense of anxiety or fear that people may get about wearing the mask itself, the physical sensations of wearing the mask. So go ahead and get yourself into a quiet place where you can be alone and bring a clean face mask so that you can practice with it. And I'm going to go through the tapping points so that you know what to expect. So we're going to start on the top of the head, the crown of the head, and we're going to tap just a few times with our dominant hand on each of the tapping points. And then the inside corner of the eyebrow is the second one. The outside corner of the eye is the third. Under the eye is the fourth. The next one is under the nose. And then under the lip, in this little crease between your chin and your lip. And then on your collarbone, about 2 inches over from where a man knots his tie. And then under the arm, about your palm's width down from your armpit. And I can't see it from here, but it's right about there, okay? Those are the tapping points. On each of these points, you can either press like I did whenever I showed you where they were, or you can tap several times, which is what we normally do, and you'll see me demonstrate that as we go through. Now, if I'm moving too quickly and you need to stay with an emotion because it hasn't come down far enough yet, feel free to pause me and then join me again whenever your emotion has come down a little bit. If it gets uncomfortable, that's normal, actually. Uncomfortable is part of the tapping process. The idea is to look directly at those emotions, bring them to the surface so that they can be, so they can be processed and released. So, but if it gets overwhelming, then, and you get to the point where, especially if you have triggers or traumas that are coming up because of the things that we're saying and doing, then go ahead and pause and continue to tap through the tapping points while stating an affirmation that makes you feel safe, such as, I am safe, I am here, that's not happening now, I'm somewhere different, I'm in control. Especially I'm in control is a very good one to use. So something affirming and calming, just keep tapping and bring that down. And if it's too much, then by all means follow up with either your EFT practitioner or your mental health professional. And as always, be openly communicating with your doctor, your wellness practitioner about your wellness. We are going to start with your face mask, not putting it on yet. I just want you to think about putting it on. Remember the last time you had it on and what it felt like and what you were feeling at that time. And I want you to examine your body for any sensations or feelings or emotions that might be coming up in response to this memory. The first thing to do is locate it physically. Where is it? Pardon me. Once you've located it, is it in your belly? Is it in your chest? Is it in your throat? Is it like somewhere else? Once you've located it, label it. So is it a specific emotion like fear or anger? Or is it a shape like a looming shadow? Or could it be a triangle? There's various forms that it could take in your sensations. So whatever it is, honor it. It's not silly. Go ahead and pay attention to it. And then how intense is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Go ahead and give it a number so that whenever that decreases, you'll be able to see a difference. So go ahead and get a good feeling of where that is. Make sure your legs are uncrossed. and then start tapping, focusing on that feeling. Now, if you have a name for it, this triangle or this anger or this sadness, whatever it is, go ahead and call it by that name. I'm simply going to use the term this feeling. So tap this feeling, 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 this feeling. I'm under the arm here. Now, if it's changing shape or it's changing its description, changing the emotion, you can change what you call it if you want to. We'll go through one more time. This feeling, 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 and this feeling. So chances are at this point it's come down a little bit. Go ahead and assess it again. Is it in the same place? Does it feel like the same kind of emotion or the same shape, the same size? And how intense is it on a scale from 1 to 10? Each round, go ahead and tap until you feel like you're at a 4 or lower for the emotion. The lower, the better. But if you can get to a 4, then usually you can move on to the next step, because a lot of times if it gets hung up right there, it's probably another aspect of the mask wearing that's actually bothering you still. So you might actually encounter it more directly with a further step in the process. Now the next step, you're going to take your mask and lightly lean it against your face. So just hold it there so that if it gets too overwhelming, you can just take it off. Keep in mind that you are in control. Anytime you want to remove it, you can. And then, but when it's against your face, I want you to examine the feelings that are coming up again in your body. Do they come up in the same places more intensely, or do they come up in different places? Are they different emotions altogether? And what intensity do you experience on the scale of 1 to 10, just when you hold it here? And then keep it here while you tap through about these emotions and focus on the sensations, the experience of just having the mask physically on your face. Okay? And then go through the tapping points. If it gets overwhelming, remind yourself you are in control. You have the ability to remove it anytime you want. And this is a voluntary thing. You're putting it here. Okay? And go through the tapping points. You can tap through the mask if you want. I don't like to. And go through a second time here in a moment. Just pay attention to the feelings of the mask on your face and the emotions that it stirs up in your body, so you can hold it here a little bit longer without feeling those negative emotions. This is going to help you to handle this longer and longer until you can actually put it on more comfortably. And then under the arm again, and I took the mask off, but you get the point. And of course you can do that with the ones with the side straps as well. But once you feel like you've gone through and reduced the emotion just for holding it on your face, then I want you to partly strap it on yourself. And with the ones with the straps around the back of the head, that's easier, I think, because you can go ahead and just do the top half and keep the bottom half loose. So you still have the ability to hold it out if you're uncomfortable, and then tap through any emotions or sensations you feel in your body there. Again, assess where are they? What would you call them? How intense are they? And be this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. Oh, you can tap on either side of your face, by the way, or your body. This feeling until it's more manageable, as many rounds as necessary. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. And of course, the last step then would be to put it completely on. Now in this in-between stage, if you've got one of the masks that goes behind your ears, I would say hook it on one ear and just kind of hold it across your face with the other hand, and you can open it up and close it down as much as you need to. But go ahead and keep tapping until it's comfortable enough to put on completely. Of course, the final step is to have the mask completely on, and if you have any negative emotions or feelings about it, any fear, anxiety, then go ahead and tap through that again. And just, you can tap with both hands if you'd like to, or just the one hand like we were before, under the eye, and focus on that feeling, this feeling. Just stay focused on the sensation and the feeling of your emotion in your body. And the thoughts that run through your mind. I'm under the arm again here. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling, this feeling, coming back here again, this feeling. Now, an important thing to keep in mind is that different masks will feel different on you. So it is possible that part of your discomfort could be coming from just using a mask that is maybe not the right style for you. Some people like the ones that are built like the surgical masks. And some people like the contoured ones. I prefer the contoured ones because I feel like it's a better shape for me. But everybody is different, and you've got to honor that about yourself. But certainly just because one type of mask doesn't work for you doesn't mean they won't all work for you. Or that they all won't work for you, whatever. So check out different masks and see if one feels better than the others for you. Also, if you have any suggestions for topics about the face masks that you'd like for me to go ahead and do some tapping videos over, I'd be happy to hear your suggestions. Also, look for my other tapping videos about, well, I'm going to have some other face mask issues in tapping videos, and also I've got videos for other things such as making major life decisions, getting clarity on those issues, or really basics about what is EFT. And please like and subscribe, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. Thank you, and stay healthy.